Aloha, one and all. How are you doing this beautiful mid afternoon? Coming to you from Waikiki on the island of Oahu, or Oahu, as they like to say. Hopefully, you're rejoining after the delay, after the hula grill. Let's Eat challenge. And I was surprised they had a 22.5. Well done, in my estimation. I don't know what they're going to be doing here. This place here used to be doing, oh, there are two new Waikiki locations. Oh, they're going in the shopping plaza. Man, that shopping plaza is has added a few really good shops. But this is an eatery. This place here was back in this side little alley area, if some of you remember, and it was notably next to this somewhat famous Italian restaurant, Little Italy, that had the 308 GTSI Ferrari, the Magnum PI car in the entrance there. And then this was a kind of a Korean and something fusion restaurant. But I'll bet you they're taking this down and putting up a bigger building or a new building. That's just what my sense is. But this place is going into Waikiki Shopping Plaza and the Bamboo Hotel. Huh. Good luck to them. Aloha, Allison and Kat Roy and Ruth, not the daughter. Gary, great to see you. Allison, always good to see you. Jill and Judy, the notifier. It says they're open up at 5, but I haven't seen them open up in days. This Little Italy, I ate there a long time ago. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't super memorable either, to be honest. Right down here is Betty's Burgers. It's right there. See those yellow little metal pylons are right there. It's just a bad location, but Betty's Burgers over there on the way to Kaimuki is really, really well thought of, very popular among locals. They say it's one of the best burgers, that, Chubby's, but, I don't know. We'll have to go try them out. Aloha, Colleen and John and Linda. Great to see you guys. Bob. I don't know where we're off to. Here's Cuckoo Coconuts. I don't see Wendy's picture up there anymore. Maybe she mended her ties with them and she's allowed back in. We'll find out. This is where the Waikiki trolley and also the Hibus, of course, picks you up. There's the Waikiki trolley. They pick you up and drop you off at multiple locations throughout Waikiki and Honolulu, but this is just as their point of origin for most of for all of their pickups in Waikiki. Then they just go around the corner. Man, it is hot today. Hot today. Right down here is the Royal Lobster, if you remember right. Down there, Royal Lobster. And that's Maguro Brothers right there through those double doors. That's the best poke, or I shouldn't ever say the best. Some of the best poke in all of Waikiki. Aloha, Cheryl. Rick, SV, aloha. So there are no plans other than later this evening I'm meeting the godmother. She's going to allow me to be in her presence for a period of time. How many of you joined us on our Let's Eat episode at Hula Grill? I thought that was fantastic. And I think I figured something out that could be pretty cool. What do you guys think about us doing a giveaway? I know what you're going to say, but how cool would it be to do a giveaway for the place that we do a review if the review is favorable? So, for example, since it was so favorable at Hula Grill, and I think so many of you'd want to go there, we could do, and it would help boost the stream, just because the streams are so short by comparison to our normal live streams. But that would get encouragement up for rewatches, duplicate views, um, likes, tags, things of that nature. What do you guys think of that? Lance, I would go back tomorrow and have that. So I thought that we would do that. Let me think about how we could do that. So we would do like a gift certificate, like maybe one $50 gift certificate or maybe two $25 gift certificates. What do you guys think? Because after the stream ended, I spoke with Damien for a while. Really, really good server, smart kid. I call him a kid. He's not a kid. And also spoke to the manager, Luke. Really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. They must put the Dukes people, Dukes and Hula Grill are the same company. They must put them through some really good training because, man, Drew is just top notch. Luke was so personable and nice, pleasant to speak with. Very, very nice. Just watch it from YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. Dang, I wasn't even watching. Sorry about that, guys. Would you do that again so I don't have to scroll through if you don't mind? Would you rather do 150 or 225s? I just saw Dale's and it reminded me. I was going to take you guys on a walk to the Salt from here, but I think it's going to be a little hot and it's going to be a little late to get there and get back. So I'm open for anything, 225s, 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 okay. All right, let me work on that. I didn't see what she wrote actually.
What did you get there?
Jeez. Scam. I don't like that. That lady suckers those skincare scammers scam those ladies into stopping and spending way more money than what they plan to. Oh, the beautiful Waikiki Wendy Silva. That's if I remember it. That's such a long name, but I'll remember it now. But that was what I was saying was I was asking Waikiki Wendy Silva if your picture had been taken down from Cuckoo Coconuts because I couldn't see it, and so I thought maybe you admitted your ways with that establishment, so you're allowed back in. I'm not sure. So I met with Ross and his beautiful family last night. Hopefully they had a great trip. I believe he's going to be posting. Man, we talked about his trip from Australia and obviously I know it's a long trip, but man, he detailed it. What a long trip. And he was so nice. He brought some although I keep telling you guys, please don't bring me anything. And I really do mean it. Please don't bring anything. But he brought some lemon some type of drink. And he said, really chill it. So I chilled it a little bit and tried it. And man, I actually like it. He also brought a couple of $100 in Australian money so I can buy a coffee here. He brought a didgeridoo. He brought a hat. He brought a bunch of stuff, a boomerang. So Lance, when you come, I'll just make a list just so you're able to do a little bit of, I don't want you to feel embarrassed when you come empty-handed. I want you to at least have fair warning on what other people have brought. Then, of course, I'll send you the list of what Leanne brought. And then met with Diane today. That was so nice. And then Mara, number 5, yesterday. She's staying just close by across the street a little bit. It's wonderful to see her. Wow, are you really? Janet, you're making notes. I mean, you're making all the time. Yeah, it's Italian. He's Italian. He doesn't sound Italian. And we spoke in Australian a little bit. I don't know if he speaks Italian. I don't, but we spoke in Australian just so he felt a little more comfortable, But he's Italian heritage. And I'm interested to find out what they thought of the show and the luau last night. They've been moving around a lot of stuff in this hotel. Obviously, all the beds and all that are in there, but I think it's when I came by there early yesterday morning, like 5 in the morning, it was more like food items, it looked like, things of that nature. Yeah, Vegemite. I'll tell you what you could do, Lance, instead of actual items, if you just bring the monetary value of those items in American dollars, that would be fine. I mean, I wouldn't be, if that's something you have to do. Aussie Italian. Wouldn't that be like, ciao, bella, mate? Crikey, mate. So Janet is actually on the ground. She's probably going to pass right by here. I'll bet you if we stood right here on the other side of the street, she would pass right by us if she hasn't already. I'll check the messages too. Do I need to check it now, Janet, in case there's something like brand new that came up, or can I check it in like an hour or so? I want you to be right here in this car right next to me. Right next to me here. Oh, hello, Janet. Where would you guys like to go? I already have the best Hawaiian coffee in all of Hawaii, so I don't need a coffee. Oh, yeah. What's up, ladies? The Salami to a bar. I think you may have already spent time at a bar, or your spell correct is off, or maybe you wrote exactly what you intended. There's eggs and things. And Arnold's. I also have something for you, Janet, that you will have to carry back because I didn't want to ship it. Once I knew you were coming here, I did not ship it. Oh, Cinnamon's. Yeah, what's the name of that new place? Hello, Evelyn. You guys want to just see the restaurant? I would go in there and do a let's eat. I think we're going to do more of these let's eat because, man, we can knock those out. As a matter of fact, we could do a couple in a day, especially if there's places like in Chinatown where I typically wouldn't eat everything anyway, but the last couple I have because they were so good. But, you know, we could go to Chinatown and do a couple because all we really need to do is get the ambiance of the restaurant, the feel for the service, the food, and then just try it. I think that's really the most important part. And you know, I actually like the sitting down part of it. You know, actually sitting down. Oh, hello, Ty. Hope you're doing well, sir. I actually like the sitting down side of it, talking to the server, rather than, you know, like we've always talked about, we're always going to be compared to the produced videos of the YouTubers. And I was actually telling this to Luke and to Damien, you know, the difference between a produced video and a live stream, because they've had, you know, influencers go to Duke's and Hula Grill a lot, and, you know, they'll come in and then they'll do like a 1 minute or a 5 minute or sometimes 10-minute produced video. But I want to do it. I want to walk in, sit down, let you get the ambiance, let you hear the conversation with the server, what we order. And I always ask them the same questions, if you've noticed, what's their favorite item and what's their most popular item, and just have that conversation going. And then, you know, sit there through the preparation process, because sometimes it's quick, but then there's other times it takes a little bit more time, but it gives us time to kind of look around the restaurant, look at the menu, talk about some of the food items. But I'd like for you to be there for that whole, you know, that whole time, just so you can get a flavor for the atmosphere and what the experience is like. I think that really pays off on the live streams. And then if you don't like it, you can fast forward through it, you know. And the food is really the star. When I was finished with the live stream, there's a group of people across, which almost typically happens because it is kind of weird seeing somebody speaking into their camera and showing you a view and stuffing their face and talking about the food and pointing at it. And they were asking Damien, what was that guy doing? You know? So, you know, I prefer making the restaurant, the view, the staff, and the, you know, the food itself and the experience more of the showcase than me, for sure. As opposed to other produced video people, they'll sit there and you watch them stuff their face. Can't do that. Oh, I'll definitely do that in Chinatown. See the duck lady. What are you referring to, Lance? Unless I'm in Waikiki. What I want to try, and I want to see, I don't want to put any undue pressure on the godmother, but either her or Sandra or Wendy. I know Wendy would be down for it, but I'd like to do a let's eat with one of them, you know. And even with them, I wouldn't want to put the camera like right in their face and say, okay, eat something or take a bite and tell me what you think of it. I would only want to put them on for a moment, have them get their initial reaction, and then just let the food do the communicating, so to speak. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is kind of normal. Oh, I know you are. Waikiki, Wendy Silva. We've got to pick a few when you're here next. Do you know when you're coming next? When you're here next, we'll just pick a couple of places and we'll try it out. Maybe Janet would want to do it. I don't know. I don't want to put her on the spot, but I'm going to do a couple more. I thought I would do one tomorrow. I have a couple places in mind. But I like this not coupon. I like this gift certificate idea. I like the idea of getting you, the viewers, involved with the process a little bit, and get you a little bit more engaged, because I just kind of put it off like this. To do a live stream for like 2 to 3 hours and then get 15,000 viewers or 20,000 viewers, that's really, really worth it. But it's actually becoming more worth it because we're able to do the streams on YouTube as well, even though the viewership on YouTube is horrible. But that's just because we're under 1,000. Once we get over 1,000, we'll change that. We'll put some money behind the streams, and it'll change things. But until then, and just even a little bit after that, these shorter streams like the Let's Eats, which I think eventually they'll become very, very popular, and then we're going to be doing more standalone Let's Eats. I think you guys will like that because it's unlimited. I want to do this place next week. Maybe we do that with the godmother. She is really, really into it. Ah, Tortuga. Gigante Tortuga. Wow, look at how big that turtle was. Did you see? I saw him from way back here. Man, I cannot get these shoes wet. These are brand new. He was right there. Water's a little murky, so I may have to, and it was a big one, so they're going to stay down for a little bit. Let's see. I think it was the big one, the mother right there. Look at her. Yeah, man, that's her. Come on, mama. Enjoy your lunch, but come up and show us that beautiful face of yours. There she is. There she is. What a beautiful, beautiful thing she is. Just wonderful. Beautiful animals, aren't they?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah, they'll stay down. She will stay down a long time. She'll have smaller ones with her. They usually stay really close. They stay down only about a minute or so. She stays down quite a while sometimes. And it's amazing they can stay neutrally buoyant and this way, lateral, and with just their flippers and their fans,
Snorkeling in Hawaii. One just kind of stayed the same distance right in front of me.
Yeah, and the water's moving you all around you. And how are you staying still? I can't wait until we get like I'll probably have it maybe in 2 weeks. Depends on, I'm having a couple things done to this GoPro. I'll have it like a couple weeks, and then I'll be able to put it on a stick and put it under the water there and not encumber the turtle. But we'll be able to see them under the water. And this water is really, really murky, but when it's clear, we'll be able to see them without getting in their face or bothering them in any way. And I think that'll be really cool to see that. But what I want to do is I want to try and see that those scratches on her back, on the back of her shell, to try and tell if they're from coral or from a shark or something. No, there's one right out there. See it right there on the surface. Man, was that her? Did she get over there that quick? Could have been her. There she is. No, that's a different one. That's a big. No, is that her? Can you guys see her out there a little bit right there? She moved, boy. That's very possible that it's her, 'cause it's really not that far away. I made it seem like it's farther away than what it is. It's not. Yeah, that's probably was her because she's not around here anymore. And I really want to believe it's a her too. I know we keep speculating, but I think it's a her. Oh. Oh yeah, there's the baby one out there, the little one. I just saw his little head. His head's about the size of a tennis ball. We'll go down here and look. Come on, man, don't get me wet. Water makes it really difficult to see them. Here he is. Look at it. Look how tiny he is. Yeah, that is that big one. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one right here. Come on, big boy. Boy, these little ones aren't very far from that big one. I have to believe. Oh, there's another one. There's two right here side by side. There's one right there, and there's one right here. I just got my shoes completely drenched. Right there's one. Look at how tiny that is. By comparison, I mean, it's a decent sized turtle, but man, it's so tiny. Here it is. Well, my shoes are completely drenched, man. The sacrifices I make for you guys. I think this is one of the tiny ones too. I keep saying they're small, but they're still probably, I would imagine, those are maybe 25 pounds or so, 20, 25 pounds. They're just a dummy's guess. Right here. There's three of them. There's 1, 2, 3, right there. They just ride that wave until the wave's gone. They duck their head down, and there's one right there. Missed it. Here's one. Watch this one. Doink. There's one right there. One right here. And one right there. Those three little ones. I have to believe that they're, look, two together. I have to believe they're related. Here's another one. There's four right together. There's one right here, 2, 3, 4. There's my wet shoes. They're brand new Kings. Not brand new. I bought them a while ago, but I've only worn them three times. Look at this little one here. I want to believe that they're all related. Like these are the little brothers and sisters, and that big fat one is the mom. This one's right here. When it comes up, it'll stick its face right here, unless it swims off. Come on, let's see your face, big boy. These two are like literally 5 inches from each other. There's one. There's the other one. Boop. They all look about the same size. They all look about the same size. I think it's the, that's how I want to think. I just want to think that they're like related for some reason. There's something of interest right here that just, this one particular turtle just loves it, whatever food it is. That one seems smaller than all of them, but maybe he was in the same litter and he's just as small. There's another one right there that's small. There's another one, the fourth one that's small. I'm sorry for swinging this camera around, but I can't see them in the water until they're right at the very top. So yeah, I know they're made to get wet, but I just don't want them wet. Come on, fella, stick your face up. Everybody wants to see you. Look at those two babies, or small ones right there. They're just getting wrecked by that wave, but they like that food that's right there. When he comes up, this littlest one right here, when he comes up, he sticks his neck so far up. His head is, he sticks his neck way up higher than the others, it seems like, for his body size. But his head's about the size of a baseball, maybe. Here you go. There's another one right there. Doink. Doink. All right, that's enough. See, that one's not 25 pounds right there. That one's maybe 20. Maybe 20. Okay. I don't think it's a snack. These suckers stuff their fat faces all day, all afternoon, man. They're here for hours. So Ross, if you're watching and you couldn't see, he was commenting that he wasn't seeing turtles the other day with his daughters and wife. Now's the day. They're right there. What makes these, oh, and by the way, you know that really cool lens set that I had? I lost it. It was a lens set that I bought that was just for the Samsung 24. So I had to order another set because like a dummy, I lost it. You know, the one that had the polarizing, then it had the night filter on it. I'm going to get that same setup because that filter is really nice for you guys to see the fish and the turtles and what have you. I want to see one of those turtles in the waves right there. When you go to Turtle Beach over there on North Shore, you'll see the waves come up a lot and you'll see the silhouettes of the turtles. And it just, I don't know why it's really special to see, but you'll see the wave come up and then the silhouette of the turtle is like, you know, in different shapes, you know. But, and you think, or I do, this is how dumb I am. I think that, you know, oh man, it's going to flip the turtle over. They're going to get hurt or upset, or they're going to lose their balance, and then you realize, man, they're in that every day. They were born in that water. You know, to get flipped over that's you know, every day for them. Check out that wave action. I've just seen a couple just crash really nicely. But to see the silhouette of those turtles is really beautiful because you see them backlit. The wave comes up, they're backlit, and you see the whole silhouette of the turtle just chilling out in the wave. That turtle's right there. That big turtle was right, I mean, literally, see this wall? It's about 15 feet on the other side. I hope those ladies don't see it. Gosh. I must look like a psychopath trying to jump over these waves. Like, why do you have hiking shoes on anyway? We're waiting for that turtle right there. The water does not, in person, does not look that inviting. There you go. What's up, fella? You over here away from everybody else? Oh, here she is. Gee, Minnie, now we can see her. Hopefully we can see her. I want to believe they're bite marks just so she can tell the story, but I want to believe they're coral marks for the for her safety, you know. That's surprising that both of these big turtles are in this small little inlet here. That what I want to believe is like the father or the older male and the female are both in here. Well, that tide's coming up pretty quick. It's already covering up the edge of that, the end of that. Oh, there's another big one. That's another big one. So there's like the, I don't think that's the male or the husband of this one, but this one is big. But that's that black one I saw the other day. See its head up? Remember I said over there was a turtle over that way and it was black, but it was big. It looked like a seal. That's the one I saw, the one right there, not this one. This is the mother that we see all the time. And it looks like the scratches are lightened up a little bit. Maybe you guys can see them. Can you see them a little bit right there? I want to see that turtle out there. The other big one is just black or very, very, very dark. It's right below the surface. This is the beach right out in front of Outrigger Reef. It does have an actual name, but I'm not sure what it is. You see that little buoy straight out there? That's not what I'm talking about, the head. A lot of people think that's a turtle head, but it's just a tied down buoy right there. It's a marker for the catamarans. But let's see her, see if you could, what you think of her shell marks. And maybe we can check out her booty to see if she's if it is a she or a he, because her tail looks short and stubby. Looks it. No, I'm not saying it is, but it sure looks it. God, their fins are just beautiful. Just beautiful. She's about ready to come. There's another one over here, and there's like 3 right there. Well, she's not letting a bit of that coral go unnoticed or unattended to. She just has her mouth on it, just swims across it. Here she comes. Let's see if she shows us her shell and her booty a little bit. See her tail. Her tail is kind of stubby. Look at her butt. See, it's not as long as her tail. I mean, her tail is not as long as her flippers. So I don't know if that's considered a short, stubby tail or a long tail, but it's big around. So that's her. That's enough. I'm drenched, man. Ruth, not the daughter. I'm not relying on my oceanography expertise, but I was told that the short, stubby ones are females, and the longer, skinnier ones are the males. And I may have that completely backwards, but someone could look that up. But hang on one second. I want to just check out something here. Or I thought the male was going to come up. And I know there may be actual oceanographers on here. So that's why I call it oceanologist. But look at that one. Look how small that one is. Wait a minute. Was that a turtle? That was probably the smallest one I've seen right there. If that was a turtle, or was that a turtle or a stingray? Did someone see it right out of the corner of the very, very corner of the screen? It's not that. That was either a stingray or a small turtle, because it's only about that big around, but as big around as my hand, my giant hand. Anyway, I don't know how to tell exactly. I'm going to look it up though, how to tell their gender. But I still want to believe that big fat one's the mother of all of them. So here's where we are. Yeah, that is a small turtle, but that one I just saw was smaller than this one. What's up, fella? So that's Halekulani right there. That's the walkway you can't get through. That's Monkey Pod restaurant. Beautiful, beautiful favorite restaurant of ours. And this is Outrigger Reef right here. And this is Waikiki Shore. And depending on the day and the time of day, there's a little bit of a beach right here. There isn't a lot of beach right now just because it goes seasonality, gets washed out. And it's not that great of a beach anyway, to be honest, because it's just so shallow. And then there's a lot of activity here with the catamarans. Catamarans will come in through here on either side of those two buoys. You see a buoy here and a buoy there, very, very small buoys. That's where they come in with their catamarans, or they'll go over there or farther over on Waikiki Beach. And it's all determined on the tides and things of that nature. And just as an FYI, if you guys are getting a Holokai catamaran, you go right in those little steps right here. Inside there on the left-hand side, there's a Holokai ticket counter. That's where you pick up your passes if you're picking them up, or most of you are doing it electronically, which is great. And then you just walk out here and the catamaran will usually pick you up right here, down there at that second beach right on this side of Waikiki Sheridan, or further down past that outbreak on Waikiki Beach, closer into right behind the Duke's statue there. And then back this way is this is Cassie's favorite beach. I don't know why. I think it's just because of the waves there. And that's Hilton Hawaiian Village. That right there is the Rainbow Tower. You could just barely see the rainbow tiles on this side. The rainbow tiles stick out that way. I keep looking over here, just getting distracted. That was either a stingray or a tiny turtle. See, this one's I would still call this a small turtle. Well, actually a medium-sized turtle. Look at their shells. Aren't they beautiful? And see, I don't know if you noticed that one, its tail was as long as its back flippers. But that may just be because their flippers are shorter because they're younger, or I don't know. But that big turtle's flippers, the front ones and the back ones, are quite big. And its tail's about that big around, but about maybe that long. What was a whale doing walking on the beach? See, that's the medium size one right there. I'm just trying to delay and see if that, whatever that little thing was. Huh. I have to look back, watch it be just a piece of trash or something. This is the part that I really don't like because now with my shoes wet, they get sand all on them. Oh, it's just the worst. But I do it for you guys. I do it for the tips. I do it for the shares and likes. You're pulling up to the Beachcomber. Wow. Was well, since you're pulling up, you probably don't want to answer questions. I'll talk to you when you're done. I forgot what time our thing is tonight, but I'll get back to my house and check. I think it's late. Let me know if you want to meet for a drink before or whatever, Janet. I'm sure you want to unwind and whatever. Yeah, we don't. Let's not meet for a drink. I don't want to put that on you. So we'll just. I'll message you here in just a little bit, Janet. Relax, and I'm glad you got here safe. It's all good. It's just how you left it. What's the worst thing about streaming in Paradise, Glenn? The terrible weather. Yeah. I mean, look, there's clouds everywhere. Cloudy. Well, maybe there's no clouds over here, but there are a couple clouds there. There's some over there, I think, on the other side of that building. So the cloudy weather is one thing for sure. All right, take your time, Janet. I'm in no rush. Yeah, it's horrible getting your shoes wet. It's all the things, Glenn, that we've talked about before. Normally, you can leave your sliding glass door on your lanai open at night, but sometimes the ocean's too loud. You have to shut it down, or the seals are barking too much, or the seagulls. That's actually more in Mexico and in La Jolla, but it's the same thing. It's a struggle. And then you really don't get true seasonality. I mean, it's between 70 and 82 every day, the entire year almost, with the exception of a few times when it's a little bit cooler. Yeah. And then a lot of times you wish there weren't as many choices for food. You almost wish there were fewer choices so you could just, have your decisions made for you. Having such a variety of you can't get through there. You can't get through there. Okay, go ahead, give it a shot. That lady was trying to convince her husband that they can get through that chain link fence. She probably could, but he's not going to get through there. Yeah, sometimes the wind blows really hard here, so that's terrible. What else? What else are the perils of living in Waikiki? Oh, unless you live at a hotel, which none of us do, you're a block and a half from the beach. And a lot of times you want to get up in the morning and get your coffee and walk directly to the beach, but it's not that direct. You have to go like a block and a half,
Or whatever they're doing.
you know. So it's not all peaches and cream, you know. Yes, we are in Waikiki. Where are you from? It is, Cheryl. You know, firefighters, police officers, first responders, me, we all have our sacrifices, but we're willing to put our lives and body on the line for others' entertainment, others' safety. It's a heavy cross to bear. I'm hopeful that we'll see Kimmer up here one day. From Turkey. Nice. What's that, Ann? What is it I wouldn't ever do? Well, Leanne, the problem is that you don't really know where your next coffee or lunch is coming from. Day to day, it's up in the air. Do you eat at Duke's? Do you go to Halekulani? Do you go to, God forbid, the Waikiki Market, where Waikiki Wendy Silva is going to be banned from? Do you go to the new Korean place? New Italian place? I don't like flip-flops. I live here. Okie dokie. I mean, let's think for a second. I mean, let's put yourself in a real life situation. Let's say like right now, you wanted to have a coffee, but a good coffee. There's a Starbucks right here, and a Honolulu vintage Hawaii coffee shop right there. But you're stuck in between there and there. What do you do? Yeah, see, not so perfect, idyllic situation anymore, is it? I've tried flip flops, cheap ones, expensive ones, and just from a accessibility perspective, I would use them. But there's often times when we'll just say, "Oh, hey, let's go to Kaka'ako," and we'll do a 7-mile hike or walk or something. I can't do that in flip flops. See, there's that coffee shop right there. So what would we do if we were stuck in between this place and Starbucks wanting to get a coffee? Sure, we could go across the street over here to Dean and DeLuca, and there's Hawaii coffee right up there at the top of the escalators, but you still see the distance. I mean, it's like 100 feet, 200 feet. It's not all easy choices, guys. It's not all easy choices. Oh, okie dokie, as much of a invite as that. As inviting as that sounds, I don't plan to be in Turkey anytime soon. I think it's because of a lot of things. One, my weight. Number two, the way I walk. I walk too fast. And if you get your flip-flops wet, they slide around on your feet. I'd rather get some really nice Keens. And these aren't the best. These are actually the ones no, I mean, all kidding aside, these, oops. These are really good hiking boots, but they're high top on purpose because they're meant for the trail. They're not meant for street. See? Those. They should be low profile ones. I've ordered a pair of low profile, but they haven't come in yet. So I have to wear these high top ones, but I still would rather have a high top than the flip-flops. Yeah, Rick, it's a Sophie's choice, man. I mean, I wouldn't wish that trauma on anyone. And then you have to go through, I mean, you meander. I mean, you have to go these walkways. Some of the walkways go through a resort, some go to the beach, some go right down to the water, some go through a 5-star restaurant. I mean, why can't they have just a straight walk to your condo? Instead, you have to walk through these areas here. No, they're not really. They're surprisingly not heavy. They're very, very, Keens and Merrells are the best in my opinion. I actually will buy one name of one of another style, and I just keep offsetting them because I put so many miles. Do you know how many, do you know, I was going to ask you if you guys, or maybe I told you, did I tell you how many steps I've taken? Here, I want to show you something. Did I tell you that? Yeah, it makes you flex too. It helps your the way these are built. It helps you with grip with your feet and all that kind of nonsense. But anyway, let me see if I can show this without showing my. I think I can. I think it shows overall. See, and this is not really 100% accurate either because it doesn't show. There's quite a bit of drop off. Hang on one second. I was surprised by it myself. Oh, here you go. It's troubling sometimes because you're not able to see all the steps all the time. Dang. Actually, I won't tell you because I don't think I told you before. I think it'd be funny to see if you guys could guess. I think it's the last, so it'd be 2000. So it'll be the last 5 years. No, 6 years. last 6 years almost. Who, my lazy bum dog, who's done almost no hiking this week. She's done 1 day of hiking herself, but she's getting to where she can't do it. But I take her on them. Of course I will. It's 86 degrees today. Jamie, Christmas, 86. See? 86 degrees. You see how hot that is? Okie doke. It's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. How old am I? I actually don't even know myself. That's good. Ruth, not the daughter. You're right. That's horrible. Do you know where I want to go? I seriously do want to do this just because I know some of you crazy Australians and New Zealanders will like it. I want to go into Cheesecake Factory. Would you guys like to do that? Go in there and do a let's eat? Again, this seems to be putting some pressure on you viewers, and it is a little bit, but if you'll step up, I'll step up. If you'll step up with the likes and shares on the Let's Eat, we'll do 3 at Let's Eats a week. We'll do 4 if you want to, because there's so many to do. We can go do, I mean, I don't want to do like just dessert places, but we could do all kinds of places. Let's see if it's better this way, this angle. I think it is better this angle. Let me see. Let me show you this. This is their menu. Do I have a flower necklace on my neck? No. No cheesecake. I thought you guys liked cheesecake, Leanne. Patty, how many of you would like to see Cheesecake Factory? Put a 1 if you want to see it and a 2 if you don't. Okie doke. No caps, please. You've done that too many times. No caps. Would appreciate it. Just annoying, and I don't like it. Number 1 if you want, 2 if you don't. 1, you have it in California. That's what I say. Leanne, what? Glenn, aren't you Kiwi too? Or Australian or something? Okie doke, that's 2. 2 times I'm asking you, please, no caps. Wow, see, I think, look at Dale. Dale's there. And without an E, no. Stoker Suzanne, she says yes, because I know she's Australian. Rick, no. Cheesecake is my favorite, but, oh no, not the cheese. Well, I will not eat the cheesecake. I'll order it. We can look at it, but I'm not going to eat it. So we may just do it anyway, because if we're doing what I thought we would do, and I was actually thinking about this as I was talking with Luke. If we can plan these out in advance, I really don't like to plan them that much, but if we can plan them out in advance, I'll get them to provide us with 2 gift certificates. And I agree with you guys. I think it's better to do 2 at 25, even though 25 is not a big figure, but 25 would have bought you what I eat today, most of it. So to get one of those free, and maybe for your significant other, it's almost like getting a 2 for 1. You know what I mean? So getting a $25 discount. But I would rather do 2 25s than 150 because we get more winners that way. I think that's the way to do it. So if I could do that and do that in advance, then I will do, we could just go, because I know a bunch of the people up here at top of the international marketplace. And we could just go one day and do herringbone, which is one of my favorites of all. Then go Liliha, go to Michael Mina. Even if you wanted to go up here to Skybox, which I'm not sure if you would. Check this out. They're putting in the final touches up there. They were loading something in today and I missed it. But that's the theater for the Cirque du Soleil show that's going to be opening up, I think, on the 16th or 18th of December, right around the corner. Yeah, and then we could do, you know, since they're only like 30 minutes each, let's say an hour. Let's say an hour or less for the let's eat. So then we could do things like I wouldn't have a problem going to, you know, say go to Moana Surfrider. Um, and I think it's too ambitious to try and do two in one day unless it's at a destination. But literally, there isn't any location on Oahu that I would not be able to go to and then go back to near there in like a week or two. For example, I would like to do a proper, even a better Let's Eat at the Seven Brothers. I think we did a good one at Seven Brothers. We may edit that footage just to be a standalone, but I really, really like that burger. But there's also a Kobe rib place right next door that I'd like to go do that with. So I would go to one of those in one day and maybe come back 3 or 4 weeks later and do the other place. Glenn, you'd really like to see Skybox? Let me tell you something. They have a Wagyu burger with truffle oil fries, and they have something else that they scrape on the top of it. And it's not Parmesan cheese. It's like garlic something. Oh my God. I normally don't order fries, but she said, oh, I think you'll love these fries. And because she was cute, I said, okay, I'll take it. And I did. I ate everything on that plate, everything. Hey there. So we could get, the reason I said that about upstairs at International Marketplace, we could get some certificates up there. If not, I'll buy some. I mean, it's not that big of a thing. Okie doke. I'm talking to you, amigo. Caps, you got to let him go. Got to let up on the caps, my friend. How many of you remember this place here at Moana Surfrider? This is where they used to have the buffet, the breakfast buffet right inside here. Here, let's sit here for just a second. We rarely, actually, I don't think we've ever sit here on a. Mind if I sit over here? I'm filming that way too, by the way. Okay. All right, I appreciate it, Okie doke. You have a great day. Actually, stay around, Okie dokie. I think that you'll expose yourself as being who you are. Oh, you just did. Daddy baby. You're not Okie doke? I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I usually do that as a term of endearment. But since you're leaving, no sense in me taking the time to learn your name. Right, amigo? Ruth, not the daughter. Oh, it's Okie Amigi. I got you. Amigo. So is it Okie Dokie Amigi or Okie Dokie Amigo? Well, look at that view. This over here used to be one of the best. Actually, it still is. It's a great view, but they don't have it as a dining venue like they used to. Yeah, let's go over this way a little bit. They have better venues over there at what is it? Beach House and Veranda. That's a much better restaurant. Look at the surf coming in. Surf's getting up a little bit today, looking just over the little horizon over there. I do it because it's entertainment for just a minute, Judy. It's no problem. Okay, like that. Okay, I got you. That's like the character on Little Rascals, Alfalfa, used to say that. I think that was his catchphrase. That must have been hard growing up. People saying that, maybe getting that confusion. Okay and okay, or ote, something like that. So, since we're having like an administrative discussion, let's talk about our next Let's Eat. If you had your choice, put like 2 or 3 choices in the comments on which one you think would be the best one. No, I've said at the very beginning, Cat Roy, we could do that tomorrow. I have no problem, but it's going to be boring. That's the other thing. I think those walks to me would be boring to you. Walk from Waikiki to the Salt. I'll go there. We'll maybe get a beer, maybe get a coffee. But really, my reason for going there is to buy a new notebook and a new set of pens. So I would actually be going to the Office Max. So as long as you guys don't think that would bore you out of your flipping minds, then otherwise I'd have to go there, go to Salt, turn off the stream, go to Office Max, then turn the stream back on and walk back. We could do that. Oh, Wendy Silva, we've got to do that. Doggone it. I never put that on the list. Never put that on the list. Yeah, put them like all in one comment if you will. But Waikiki, Wendy Silva, you're right. All those are right on my list. The deck, I went up there just the other day and I did a second test with a fake stream that I just streamed to myself. And dude, you can't understand no cap. So I'm going to help you out. No caps, amigo. 0 caps. So, and without a need, but they're not really the sites you're seeing. I mean, what we could do on the way is we could see Ala Moana Park, Ala Moana Mall, but we could walk on the street side and then, go up. Then we could stop at maybe Ward Center, See, I like how Glenn is thinking, man. Those are like little afternoon stops, Skybox and Steak Shack. If it's an Australian notebook, like it has something Australian on it, I would be for that. But do not go out of your way by any stretch. If it has like a kangaroo or a boomerang or something like that on there, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's too far out though, Rick. I mean, I will do that on the way back from. Do you guys want? Let's do this. This would be better. There's enough of you on here. There's only like 46. Let's do this. What do you want to do this weekend? I actually have 2 streams I had scheduled. I'm going to be doing something with the godmother, but she's going to be doing a catamaran, and I'm not going to do that. She's doing that herself. I don't remember the day. But I actually thought about doing Chinatown. Even though we recently did that, I think Chinatown is done so infrequently that going to Chinatown would still be good. Do you guys want to do that? We could do Chinatown. We could do the Blue Line. We could do Diamond Head. We could hike Diamond Head, but again, we can't do that live. Shoot. I'll tell you what we could do with Diamond Head. I could stream it because I have 2 phones. I could stream it on one as long as it's going to let me go, and then record video on the other one. I just have to do it with 2 hands. Something early on Saturday. Chinatown sounds good. What would you guys really, really want to do? If you had to pick one thing to go do, what would you really, really want to do? I like doing the Blue Line. The only thing I don't like about the Blue Line is that we lose connection, and that just kills the stream. And what happens is we may get like 100 people on the stream, and then once we go through Diamond Head, the Diamond Head lookout right there, we drop out, and then YouTube almost never distributes the stream as often as it would have. So our views are low. Our replays are very high, but our live views are not as good. Okay, there you go. And they need the spiral bound ones. Steak Shacks and the fireworks. I love doing that. Helena's. I want to do that. I want to do Helena's. And what I would do if I did those two, see, that's a great example. Helena's is right here on Oahu, and then right down here is Ray's. Those two places are about in the same area. I would like to do those two. And I don't necessarily have to do them together. I just use that because I'm lazy. But we could do Helena's one day, go down the street and do, these are three that I really want to do. Helena's, Liliha Bakery, and Ray's Cafe. They're almost in like the same area. I'll tell you another place. Look this place up. It's called 808 Central. 808 Central. So if Waikiki is here, Walmart is here, Ala Moana Mall is here, right above that, 2 streets is a place called 808 Central. And it's like a smaller version of the Salt. Not as snazzy, but there's 2 restaurants in there that I've heard nothing but really, really good things about. Really good things about. See, Lance, I know, man. Don't you think the Rays would be just such a cool, down and dirty, just a beautiful, experience. And also, there's a brand new buffet in Mac 24/7. Remember, Mac 24/7 is right down there at the Hilton Waikiki. They're doing a buffet there now that's steak and seafood. And I think don't hold me to these prices. We'll find out for sure. But I think it's like $79 for adults. But it's all you can eat steak and crab legs. I'm going to do them all anyway, Rick. I want to try and take someone with me. Waikiki Wendy Silva, where would you like to go? And first off, would you do a let's eat together, like you and I go and do one together? I'm going to ask Janet when I see her tonight. If you're talking about the buffet, it's at the Hilton Waikiki on Kahio, and they have a restaurant inside there called Mac 24/7. That's where that buffet is going to be. If you're asking where we're at the Moana Surfrider Hotel. And if you're asking where you're at, I don't know. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I'll make you this deal. I will make you this deal. If you promise to be super active with the comments, super active with the likes and shares, we'll do Let's Eats all the time. I can do those because I don't have to eat it all. I'll eat some of it, but I don't have to eat it all. I'm good with that. I'll tell you the place I really want to go is I want to do Pig and the Lady. We have to do Smith and King. We have to do Fete, I think it's called, in Chinatown. There's about 6 of them in Chinatown I want to do. There's a new place in Chinatown that it's called Barini's, B-I-R-I-N-E, Barini, I think Barini. They do these tacos, and the tacos they're not very appealing looking. They're kind of nasty look. They look like they're hard shell, deep fried, but they're not. And they put this spicy sauce on. I've not tried them, but I've seen them a number of times. And a gal who does some food stuff on Instagram here in town, she messaged me and said we should go try that place out. So you would do a Let's Eat? Okay. Wendy, pick them out, man. Let's go. Anywhere you want to go, let's go. We could go do Pig and the Lady. We could do, I'm not sure if you'd like Liliha. It's really old school. I don't mean the new one. I don't mean this one up here. I'm talking about the original, and I can't pronounce the name of the street. Not the one on Nimitz either, or Ala Moana, the old school one. Yeah, if you guys will like and share and just really step it up on the shorter streams, because at the end of the day, it has to be worth it, the time to do those streams, and we have such a high, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure almost none of you, our competitors do it, but none of you guys will track this. But I'm not, hang on, I'm gonna mute you guys. Dude, I'm pointing it the other way. I'm not even talking to you, not talking about you. Then move. Then move. I'm over here out of the way for a reason for me. Um, side street, yeah. Side street. That would be good. All those, would you just make a list, Waikiki, Wendy Silva? All the places we just listed. Those are the ones that I really want to go to. But and I was thinking about how we could do a Waikiki trolley, but I've actually looked up the Waikiki trolley on a map, and we can't get in and out of those places really easily. So you have to either Uber or rent a car. Yeah. He didn't want to see me get up. He'd see my 5'8", 260 frame, and it'd be pound town for him. No, this dingbat is about seriously 50 feet from me. The gentleman that I walked up to when I first sat down here and said, "Am I going to be in your way? Can I sit right here? We're going to go I'm not even filming this way. I'm filming the other way." He was cool with it. He was like 5 feet from me, and I kept looking back at him, and he smiled and was waving. He was thinking the phone was on him, so he's waving. And I was just pointing to him. No, it's not. It's not pointing to you. This ding dong back behind me he's across the staircase on another table, came walking over to tell me, "Hey, I hope you're not filming me." And I said, "I'm not filming you." He says, "You better not." And I'm like, I'm not filming you. And he just sat there and stared at me. And that's so anyway, he scared me. I thought he was going to say something mean or call me a bad name. My keen, that's what it is. He saw my keens. He goes, "Man, those keens are something else." See, what I didn't want to do, because I'm actually sitting in a high chair, one of these higher tabletops. And if I go to stand up, I'm going to drop down about 4 inches in height, and then I won't, it'll be bad news for me. Not Michelle's at the Colony. It is a beautiful spot. So is 53 by the Sea. But I want to go to places, and there's a lot of our people that could go there, but I don't think there are people that are here that would rather go to like Veranda. They'll go to Beach House, or they'll go to Surf Rider right over here. I think those are places that people are going to be much, much more likely to go, have, some engagement with, that type of thing. Yeah, exactly, man. If I had Lucille with me, he wouldn't stand a chance. He's by himself, and he's about that big. He knows I'm talking about because I just looked at him. I mean, seriously, guys, if you could see me, I'm kind of like this. I mean, I'm kind of hunched over the camera like this. I mean, it's right up against me. So, I mean, my mouth is like 5 inches away from it. So I'm, it's blocking everything. I didn't want people to even see it. Agua culo? Ahorita? O después? She would have. She has brass knuckles. You guys have seen her. You that have picked her up, you've seen her brass knuckles. She'll slip those on her paw, and it's a bad scene. Oh, really, Sue? That's awesome. I'd be careful how you word that, Lancelot. I always find a step to step up on, or a little ladder, or a little something when I meet people, like when I met Diane Kay today. Yeah, I'm going to make him famous. I didn't even want to say this. No, I won't. I'll Oh, really? Wailana? Wailana was it was the place. Remember, like in the 70s, I think, when it first. Oh, I was not here. Obviously, wasn't even born. But in the 70s, that place was the bomb diggity over there. Actually, it's more earlier than that. No, I think it was the 70s because I think it was built when, or it was live when Hawaii 5 first came on, if memory serves. Yeah, I think it was. Anyway, but Wailana's a nice place. Or that area is a nice place. It's no longer in existence. Well, the Wailana building is, and Hobron, which I love that area. Do you guys like this? I think this is a nice shot. I mean, I'm not putting anybody who's at the pool on blast. I'm kind of turning it a little bit. I'm mostly wanting to show you the hotel here, but I like this view here. And what a nice area. We should do a live stream from here. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to try and do a live stream, a panel discussion here. If there's any of you that are on right now, except for a couple of you ding dongs, if one of you want to come on, we could test something. I think, let me try something here. Let me try something here real quick. If I hang up, then. No, I can't. I want to try and do a panel discussion out here in the live. And the reason I want to do that is because I think that if we did it in a live background, something like this, I think that we'll get more distribution, because for some reason, and I don't even think that may help now that I think of it, I just don't think you guys like being on panels. Would you think that's the case? You just don't like being on the panels? I know a couple of you, you don't have internet, or you have just only mobile phones. I get that. But that's such a small percentage of you. We should have, in my estimation, I thought we would have seriously maybe 30 people waiting to be on. But it's almost like we have to, and it's nothing negative to you guys. It's just you're not interested in it. If you were, you'd be on the wait list on the panels. But I'm wondering what it is that we can do to get more people on those panel discussions. I know when we go to YouTube, the panel discussions will be easier. When you have more people on YouTube. The challenge is, like that Okie Doke dude who's probably back on here again, we'll get a lot of those guys. And so we're going to have a moderator. Yeah. Ruth, not the daughter. That's one of it. Leanne, you're shy. Oh my goodness. Whatever. Oh, really? Huh. Well, he's probably here under another name, Ruth, not the daughter. It doesn't matter. So if you guys are watching this, you're on YouTube or Facebook, please go to YouTube, give it a little bit of a view, maybe a comment or two. The comments help. The comments definitely help. Thumbs up or thumbs down, doesn't matter. Equal engagement. Yeah, I can tell you this. When we go here's what the plan is. I think we're at 170 or 870. We're pretty close. We're only like 130 people away from 1,000. But once we get to 1,000, YouTube will start doing our algorithm a little bit different. They'll allow us to do more ads and more effective ads. And then they'll distribute our channel much more widely. And it'll take probably 5-6 months to really get some momentum, but we'll grow that channel pretty quickly, I think. I mean, we're not going to go to 25,000 subs overnight, but it'll be a steady growth. But I can tell you this, the people on YouTube are far different than those on Facebook. They just are. 875, yeah, that's not bad. 125 short. They're very different. You know that Okie Doke guy that was just on here? There's sadly a big percentage of them are like that. It's just a total different demographic. Yeah, that's a good choice, Diane. I appreciate that. Down by Manoa Falls, yep. Yeah, that time on Wednesdays at 1 or 2 p.m. Hawaii time, that's the sweet spot for everybody around the world. Actually, it's not the perfect time for everybody, but it's a good time for everybody. Yeah, it's a big difference. It's a maturity level. You know what it is? It's like on Facebook. Actually, I didn't even finish my point earlier, but this kind of goes into it. On Facebook, our average member is 12 years old. Well, I mean, not 12 years old. They've had an account for 12 years. On YouTube, it's about 6 months or a year. That's one thing. Thanks, Steve-O. Um, and on YouTube, it's way female. It's 75% female, 25% male. And the age gap, the age difference is like 35 to 65. But on YouTube, it's much younger. It's more male slanted than female. And they're just more aggressive. They're just more, you know, basement type dwelling people. That's a small percentage, I should say. But we'll see. I may be shocked. But I've done these channels before, grown a lot of channels before on YouTube, and I know exactly what we're going to get. And I think we're going to have to keep some of the content separate, some of the YouTube to YouTube, and because a lot of you people won't like what's on YouTube, won't like the interaction. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate that. All right, Cat Roy. Oh, it's church time when we do that. Yeah. Went over to the dark side again. I appreciate it. Let me do something here. I want to try this too. Oh no, here you go. Ruth, not the daughter. You can't actually. The interaction on Facebook is, I mean, if whatever whichever one you like is fine. I mean, that's good. That's the one that you like is the one you're going to engage with. That's one thing. But if you are on YouTube, you're still able to interact with the other people, the other members or viewers. If you have an account, you can just type in the @ sign and then their name, like @Steve-O, and then type him a message, and it will highlight just for him, and it'll say, Steve, Leanne left you a message, or it won't say that. It'll just have a highlight, and it'll let them know that the message is from Leanne to Steve. I appreciate you guys doing it. So you're going to be here in 40 days, Wendy? What date is that? Or you can message me if you want, but I'll put together some, at least one Let's Eat for you. We'll do something cool. I appreciate you doing that, Ruth, not the daughter. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're going to end it here. I'll look at you guys going to YouTube for me. That's perfect. I love that. Oh, Halloween. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's going to be fun. How many other people? There's actually, I mean, I don't want to say who all's here, but I think you guys know, but there's some others that are here that don't. There's actually two couples that are here that I've never seen them do it, comment, and they actually said they don't. But there's at least 5 people I know that are here right now that are that are in the group. They're here right now. One is that you guys know is Diane. The other one's Mara, number 5. The godmother's here, and then those 2 other couples, and there's someone else that's here now too. Yeah, I can't remember who. Okay. All right, guys, let's do this. It's going to drive this guy crazy back behind me. I should turn it around and ask him to do the sign off. Here we go. 4 L's, 4 L's, 4 L's. Hopefully you laughed, learned, loved, and liked, either down there or over there. The stream, you can give one more for my potato dog, Lucille, the mascot. And if this is your first stream, I still don't know what was going on before in your life, but you don't want to miss out on these. If this is your first stream, hopefully it's not your last. If it's your last stream, you need to rethink what's going on in your life, make better decisions, stick around. We'll make it worth it. And know that I love every second, every minute, every hour, every day that you let me show you all of that out there. Love it. Hasta luego.